in this video, I want to show you how to use the trucking savings tracker that I built. I sell this on Etsy and also on my website. If you're interested in this item, please check out the link in the description. If you purchase this item on my website, it's a little bit cheaper and you get 10% off. So check out the link. So I built this spreadsheet mainly for small carriers and owner-operator that uses a fleet card or a fuel card. So they usually buy fuel at the truck stop or fuel station, and they use a fuel card. So this fuel card, if you use the fuel card, you get a discount price compared to pump price. So sometimes it's very hard to reconcile this information because when you pay at the pump, you pay the pump price, but when you get the fuel statement later, it will show you a discounted price. So to make sure that you actually get the discounted price, usually what truckers do is they would have to organize all of the information, receipts, and checking the transaction one by one to make sure that they actually get the discount price. So sometimes it could be a lot of work. So what this template does is that it utilizes Google Form and Google Sheet. So how it works is that Google Form is connected to the Google Sheet. So a trucker or a small truck business owner, what they would do is at the pump station, they would record the pump price, the gallons that they purchase, the discounted price, and the type of fuel at the pump station itself, and then they could upload their receipts, and then that information will be saved on the Google Drive, and also any data that they input in the Google form would automatically flow to the Google Sheet, and then from there everything is organized, and this Google Sheet template, it would automatically calculate what the savings amount is, what the amount should be reconciled to, and then it can provide you a reconciliation dashboard, financial report for each of those fuel type that you purchase at the pump, and a dashboard like this as well. So first, let me show you all of the tabs that you will get if you purchase this item. So this item comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs. So the first tab is just instructions. Second tab here is the form response. So the form response is basically, so you will fill out a form that asks you to fill out certain information at the pump, and then those information will automatically flow to this spreadsheet, and you can upload your receipt as well, and it'll automatically be saved here. So you can see right here, you just hover it, the receipt is right there. So you have everything saved and organized. And then the fuel reconciliation, this tab basically it's just taking the information from the form response and organize it in a meaningful way. So just organize it by the purchase date, the location that you purchased the fuel, the truck stop ID, the fuel type, the gallons you purchased, the pump price, the total amount that you paid at the pump, and then the net fuel charge, and then the discounted price. So here, the only thing that the trucker would need to do when they're ready to reconcile is enter in the fuel card net statement charge, and then the fuel statement ID and the fuel statement date. And then the template itself will let you know if it's reconciled, if there's a discrepancy, or if it has not been reconciled, right? So there's really only 2 steps to this template. The first step is you fill out a form and upload your receipt, and that information will flow to the template itself, which is this template. And then from there, you just need to come in when you're ready to reconcile, enter in your data, and then the spreadsheet will do the rest, okay? All right, so the next tab is the reconciliation dashboard. So here it's just taking the data from the fuel reconciliation and let you filter the data and give you a mini dashboard. It gives you, some information about confirmed fuel savings, your net fuel charge, your unreconciled net fuel charge, how many transactions there are, total number of unreconciled transactions. So you can view this by, you can select any year you want, and then any month, any quarter, any and the total year as well. So you can select all, and then here you can select any week in the month. For example, if I just want to look at Q1, it'll show me all the data from January to March, right? And then it'll tell me whether those information are reconciled or not. And then here it'll tell me what the advertised saving per gallon is, and then the total advertised savings, and then the confirmed saving. So if you reconcile the data, then your saving is confirmed. Okay. And then you see, if I want to look at a month, let's say February, right? So I only have one data for February. But if I want January, I have a lot of data for January. If I just want to pick week 1 in January, I can pick week 1, right? Or I can pick week 4, I have nothing. Week 5, so I have February as part of week 5, or I can pick week 2, right? So there's a lot of selection or filter option that you can use here to view your information, and it's very organized, and it tells you if your information has been reconciled or not reconciled, right? So you come here and you can see, oh, this one's not reconciled, so you can come back to a view reconciliation and reconcile here. And then the next tab after the reconciliation dashboard is the fuel financial report. So this data here automatically populate. So here it shows you different type of fuel that you can purchase, right, at the pump. So biodiesel, DEF, tractor diesel, reefer, other fuel, and it'll summarize all the fuel types. So it'll show you the total amount that you pay at the pump, the total gallons you purchase for that fuel type, the net amount paid, total fuel card saving, average pump price, average discount price, average saving per gallon for any month or quarter within the year that you selected here. All right, so this tab here automatically populate, and you can print this out too. It's like just your financial statement. So this tells you all your expenses and savings for the year, the month, and the quarter. And then lastly, you have this dashboard here. So basically this dashboard here, you can filter by the year, and then you can filter by any month, any quarter, the whole year, and then you can select any fuel type. As you can see here, it shows you the different fuel, the total fuel cost, your net fuel cost, your savings, your total gallons purchased, your fuel efficiency. Yes, this is a little bit high because I just put random information so I can get this dashboard to populate information. But as you input information correctly, this data here will show up correctly. Okay, so the reason why it's so high is just because I put a lot of random information in here as an example. Okay, and then the other thing you see is, of course, it gives you information for the any of the fuel type you pick. So you pick tractor diesel, you can see it changes to tractor diesel, and the amount should show for that particular time interval that you choose. Okay. So here you can choose October. There's nothing for tractor diesel. See, maybe biodiesel. So we got a lot of biodiesel in January, February. All right. So some of this I didn't input data, that's why you see blank. But as you populate this information, fill out this information, all the data should show up. And here it will show you all the amount that's been reconciled or unreconciled. And then here it gives you the fuel gallons unit classified by category, each of the fuel type, and here it shows you the net average price by truck stop. So it gives you an idea which truck stop usually have the lowest or the highest price. And here you can see pump price versus net price. And then here as well you can see the net fuel spend by month and then net fuel spend by quarter. All right, so that's kind of like an overview of all the tabs. So let's just do an example so we can see how it works. All right, so the way this works is you can input the data on your phone. So if you purchase this item, I will have instructions and video instruction on how to add the or save the app to your phone so that you can just fill it out with your phone or your tablet or a computer as well. All right, so let me open up my phone. All right. All right, so my phone here, we're going to move it here. So as you can see, I already have this app here, or my home screen here, or app here that is saved here on my home screen. So I'll just click on this. And then once I click on it, this fuel form will show up. And then let's say I'm at a truck stop or to fill up my truck, right? So what I can do is I can just fill it out. So I can just input in a date. So let's say I'll fill it out for 12. Let's say 15. I'm just gonna keep the year as 2035. Okay, load ID. I'll just do this 1 2 3 4 sample, can't spell sample, sample 1, and then truck number, so 155, odometer reading, I'll just do some random number. Okay, city, I'll just do this as Miami, Florida. And truck stop ID, I'll just do sample 88. Let me put a 9 there, and then just go to next. Okay, and here it'll ask you what kind of fuel type you want to fill out. So I'll choose biodiesel. Okay, and then I'll go next. Oops, go next here. And then here you can pick the amount paid. So let's say you paid $60. You bought 10 gallons and the price is $6 pump price. I know it's a bit high, but this is an example. And then your discounted price is, let's say, $5.75, and you're going to upload a receipt. And here it's going to ask you, where is the file. So I just go to browse, I'll go to photo gallery, and then here I'll just upload an example. Okay, then I'll hit add. And then that file will automatically be saved to your Google Drive folder. And you can add as much receipt as you want. I'll just put one as an example so I can show it to you. And here you can put description, sample, demo. You can put whatever description you want. Then you hit next. So here, if you want to if you purchase other type of fuel at the truck stop, you can select another one. Let's select another one. So I'll also select DEF. So I'm done with biodiesel. I'm going to go to DEF. So I bought biodiesel and DEF at the fuel station. So I'll go to next. Okay. And then here ask me a DEF amount paid. So let's say I paid $60 as well. So I'll pay 10 gallons. Pump price is also $6. Discount price is so typically DEF, they don't give you discount, but just an example, I'll just make it $5.75. And then here you can add a file as well, right here. So I'll just go and add one and add here. Okay. And then you can put notes if you want. Then you're done, just go to next. So I'm done there. So now it asks me what else do you want to fill out. So I'm done. So I'll just go and hit submit the form. So I'll go submit the form, then hit next. Okay, here you need to hit submit. Once you hit submit, this data that you just input will flow to the spreadsheet. So I'll hit submit. It's important to hit submit because if you don't hit submit, it's not going to go to the spreadsheet. So once you hit submit, if you need to make edit, then you can edit it, right? And if you want to make another response, submit another response, you can hit it here too. But so let's go to the spreadsheet. So as you can see here, we input this data just very recently, and you see here, it populates here, right? So you can see I uploaded an image. It's not a receipt, but I'm just showing you as an example. You can upload a receipt if you want later. All right. And then here, if you go to fuel reconciliation, you can see that it automatically pulled that data from the response. So you can see here it pulls the 1215 that we input, and this is in Miami, Florida. Remember, I inputted for biodiesel and DEF. So here it tells me that I purchased 10 gallons of biodiesel and 10 gallons of DEF. The pump price is $6, and then so total I paid $60. So the advertised discount price is $5.75. So the net fuel charge should be $57.50. And then here, when the statement actually come in, I can input in the actual fuel card net charge, right? So let's say I got charged correctly, which is 57.50. So as you can see, it says it's reconcile. And then you can put your fuel statement ID. So I'll just do an example here. And then the date. So I'll just do 12/31/2035, an example. Okay. And then you can see here, when you go here and you want to look at like December, because I just input data for December, I'll just do all because I can see here. So you can see here the one that we recently reconciled was this one. So it says reconciled, right? So advertised savings 25 cents because we put the pump price as $6 and discount price is $5.75. So the advertised saving per gallon is 25 cents. And the total advertised saving from that transaction is $2.50. And we confirmed the savings because we reconciled it, right? So it's been confirmed. And then the fuel financial report, I mean, that data will just flow through here. So we bought biodiesel, so you should see something in December. As you can see here, there's 20 gallons. And then DF, we bought 10. So there's more 20s because I also have another, let's see, I'm pretty sure there's 2 transactions in December for biodiesel. Yeah, you can see there's 2 transactions. That's why it's 20. All right. So that's why there's 20 gallons. Here's only 10 gallons because that's the very first one that I entered. So this data will automatically populate. So you can print out this report for you to review to see, your savings and your expenses on fuel. And then of course the dashboard, once you input that data, it just automatically populate. And again, this is just really not correct because I just input in random numbers, right? So as you put in more data from your receipt, all these numbers should reflect correctly, right? So this, again, the reason why it looks kind of weird and funky is because I just put in sample numbers, all right? So that's basically the flow of this spreadsheet. And I think what is truly the strength of the spreadsheet is that it can help truckers save a lot of time, because fuel is definitely one of your one of your largest expenses as a trucker, because you need fuel to move your truck around. And having this fleet card where they give you these savings, even though it's 5 cents or 10 cents, and it's a very good idea to keep track of it, because even though it's 5 cents or 10 cents, because you buy a lot of fuel over time, and for the month, the year, the quarter, it can add up to a lot and can add up to a lot of savings. And if you don't track it, you don't know if you're getting the discount that you were promised, right? So you need to make sure that you reconcile your promised discount from the fleet card or the fuel card company to what you actually get, to make sure it reconcile, right? So I hope that this template can be of help to you. I try to make it as simple as possible, and the whole point of this template is so that it will save trucker time and help them to organize their information. So if you have any questions or concern, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And thank you so much for watching.